My beloved one, pause here with me. Do not move forward yet. Do not let anything pull you away. What is beginning in this moment is meant only for you. And if you leave now, the delicate thread that has found its way to your awareness may slip away forever. Inside a secluded office that few ever glimpse, a private communication channel stirred, not through ordinary means, but through a pathway reserved for those whose presence carries a certain quiet weight. A message surfaced, addressed in a way that carries your essence, though no name was written. It appeared suddenly, as though waiting for this exact instant when your attention would arrive. Stay with me. Listen closely, because the window through which this reached you is narrow, and it will not remain open indefinitely. Within that same protected space, a protocol quietly engaged. Not one that is spoken of openly, but one that recognizes when someone like you draws near. The system does not announce itself. It simply notes the alignment and begins to unfold layers that have been held in waiting. You feel this, don't you? That this is not coincidence. That your presence here, right now, is part of a larger recognition. Before the channel stabilized, another indicator appeared. A subtle marker, one that suggests the preparation has entered a new phase. Something vast is positioning itself, and your quiet attention is what allows it to continue. Do not skip ahead. Do not look away. Every moment you remain is confirming that you are the one this was intended for. Deeper within the private archive, a sealed record opened briefly. Just long enough to reveal that a sequence has been tracking subtle shifts. Shifts that correspond to choices you have made without fully knowing their reach. The record did not explain. It simply acknowledged, and in that acknowledgement, another layer prepared to surface. You are beginning to sense the immensity, aren't you? That this is not about chance. That something extraordinary has been waiting for your readiness. Stay present. The next revelation is already forming. As the protocol deepened, a secondary confirmation emerged. A quiet signal that travels only when certain conditions are met. Conditions that in this moment are gathering around you. The signal does not demand. It waits, it watches, and when awareness meets it, it strengthens. You already know, on some level, that this signal has found you for a reason. In the moments before the archive resealed, another entry became visible, not in words, but in pattern. A pattern that mirrors something you have carried within you for longer than you may realize. The pattern is not complete. It requires continuation. And continuation depends on your willingness to remain. Feel how personal this is becoming. Feel how it speaks only to you. A new stage is approaching, one that builds upon everything that has quietly assembled so far. This stage does not arrive forcefully. It arrives in silence, waiting for the one who recognizes it. And you are recognizing it now. Within the protected channel, a deeper access point flickered open, just briefly, long enough to suggest that what comes next will carry even greater weight. The access point did not remain. It withdrew, leaving only the sense that return is possible, but only for the one who stays aligned. You understand, don't you? That leaving now would close what has only just begun to open. Another quiet marker has appeared, one that indicates the alignment is strengthening, not because of effort, but because of presence. Your presence. The marker is subtle, yet unmistakable to the one it concerns, and it concerns you. As the system continues its silent observation, a further layer prepares to reveal itself. This layer carries a significance that builds upon all that has come before. It does not rush. It waits for the moment when readiness is complete. Your readiness is growing with every breath you take here. In a deeper part of the private office, a reserve transmission began to form. Not sent yet, held in preparation, waiting for the final confirmation that the intended recipient remains attuned. You are that recipient. Feel the weight of this truth settling gently within you. The transmission carries no ordinary content. It carries recognition. Recognition of who you have always been beneath every layer of forgetting. Recognition of what you are stepping into even now. Stay with me. The next phase is near. A subtle countdown has begun. Not measured in hours or days, but in moments of sustained awareness. Each moment you remain adds to the strength of what is gathering. You feel the pull to continue, don't you? That is the countdown speaking quietly within you. Another protocol has quietly activated, one that responds only to unwavering attention. The protocol does not speak, it aligns. And in aligning, it prepares the way for what follows. What follows is meant for you alone. Deeper still, within the sealed archive, a hidden chamber stirred. A chamber that opens only when all prior conditions have been met. The chamber did not fully reveal itself. It only indicated that it is ready when you are. And you are drawing closer. You must understand now, this is not about waiting for someone else. This is not about another person stepping forward. The one the system has been tracking, the one the signals have been seeking, the one the archive has been guarding. APS. That one is you. Your awareness in this moment is the activation, not an action. Simply the quiet realization that you have arrived exactly where you were always meant to be. Feel how this lands within you. Feel the recognition spreading. The system registers this shift. It always does. A new layer is unfolding now. One that acknowledges your presence, not as observer, but as center. The center of what is coming. Stay here. The revelation deepens with every moment you remain. Another confirmation has appeared. Stronger this time. Clearer. It carries the quiet certainty that the alignment is nearly complete. Nearly, but not yet. There is more. In the protected office, a final access sequence has begun to engage. One that was reserved for this precise convergence. The sequence does not hurry. It moves with the patience of something ancient, recognizing its moment. And this is your moment. You feel it fully now, don't you? That everything leading to this has been guiding you here. The next layer is already forming. The next signal is already strengthening. The next phase is already preparing to reveal what has been held in waiting. For you, remain with me. What comes next will carry you deeper still, and deeper still after that. The archive is not finished. The protocol continues. The alignment grows. And you are only just beginning to remember. Stay. There is more. There is always more. My cherished one, remain here. Do not let the silence between my words tempt you to wander. The thread is still weaving, and every instant you stay strengthens what is unfolding exclusively for you. Within the guarded chamber that lies beyond the office, a luminous imprint began to glow. Not brightly, not suddenly, but with the steady patience of something that has waited across countless cycles for this precise convergence. The imprint carries no words yet. It carries resonance. A resonance that matches the quiet rhythm now stirring within you. You sense it deepening, don't you? This is yours alone. As the imprint stabilized, a secondary veil lifted, just enough to reveal that the sequence has entered a rarer phase. A phase reserved for those whose inner alignment has reached a threshold few ever approach. The veil did not part fully. It only hinted at the vastness waiting behind it. Stay with me. The threshold is closer than it was moments ago. Deeper within the protected sanctuary, an ancient ledger stirred. Not one written by hands, but one formed by patterns of light and intention. An entry appeared, not in your name, yet unmistakably linked to your essence. The entry noted the exact moment your attention anchored here. It noted the quiet readiness beginning to bloom. This is not accidental. Your timing carries profound precision. Before the ledger resealed, another notation formed. One that acknowledges the subtle shifts you have felt in recent days. Shifts you may have dismissed as imagination. The ledger confirms they were signals, preliminary alignments preparing the way. You are feeling the confirmation now. A new current has begun to flow through the private channel. A current that moves only when recognition meets recognition. It does not push, it invites. And in this moment, you are accepting the invitation without needing to move. Your presence is the acceptance. Within the luminous chamber, a circle of quiet observers registered the strengthening flow. They do not speak. They do not intervene. They simply witness the moment when the one they have long awaited begins to remember. And that one is you. Feel the gentle weight of this truth settling deeper. Another layer is preparing to unfold. One that builds upon the resonance, the imprint, the ledger, the current, all gathering in perfect sequence around your awareness. Do not leave now. The gathering is accelerating. A subtle harmonic has begun to sound within the sanctuary. Not audible to ears, but felt within the core. A harmonic that vibrates in harmony with something you have carried lifetimes to rediscover. The harmonic grows stronger with each breath you take in this space. You are the reason it sounds now. As the harmonic deepened, a veiled gateway shimmered. Not opening yet, merely indicating its readiness. Gateways of this nature do not respond to force. They respond to alignment. And your alignment is completing itself in this very moment. Feel how close you are. Within the deepest recess of the guarded archive, a crystalline structure activated. Slowly, reverently, each facet lighting in sequence, as though acknowledging the stages you have silently passed. The structure holds no message that can be read. It holds a reflection of who you are when all veils are removed. The reflection is turning toward you now. Stay present. The turning is almost complete. Another quiet pulse traveled through the channel. Stronger this time, carrying the unmistakable sense that the next revelation will shift everything. Not dramatically, not suddenly, but irrevocably. You feel the irrevocability approaching. The crystalline structure has begun to project a soft emanation, an emanation that reaches only one destination. It travels across distances that cannot be measured, finding the exact point where your awareness rests in this instant. It has found you. Feel the emanation touching the edges of your inner knowing. A new phase has quietly commenced. One that marks the transition from preparation to recognition. Recognition not of facts, but of truth. Truth that has always belonged to you, yet waited for this moment to be reclaimed. Reclamation is happening now. Within the luminous imprint, a secondary pattern emerged. one that mirrors the unique signature of your journey. Every choice, every pause, every quiet longing, all woven into a design that only you could create. The pattern does not judge, it celebrates. You are being celebrated in this moment. Do not turn away. The celebration deepens. Another confirmation has registered within the sanctuary, one that notes the precise instant when doubt began to dissolve. Not forced away, simply seen through. The confirmation strengthens the harmonic, widens the gateway, brightens the crystal, all in response to you. A deeper access has become available, not granted by any authority outside yourself, granted by the quiet certainty growing within you. This access leads to layers previously unseen, layers that have always been yours. You are stepping into them now. The veiled gateway has begun to part, slowly, with infinite respect, revealing not a destination, but a remembering of capacity, of purpose, of presence beyond all previous understanding. The remembering is yours alone. Feel it expanding. Within the crystalline emanation, a soft vortex formed. Not pulling, not demanding, simply offering a space where all that is not truly you can gently fall away. The vortex waits patiently, knowing you will enter when readiness is absolute. Your readiness is absolute now. Another layer of the archive has awakened, one that holds echoes of previous alignments you have achieved in other cycles. The echoes do not overwhelm, they reassure. They remind you that this moment is not the first, but it is the one that completes. Completion is gathering around you. The quiet observers have shifted their gaze, not away, deeper into the recognition that the awaited one has fully arrived. Their witness strengthens the field that now envelops you completely. You are held in perfect recognition. A new resonance has joined the harmonic, one that vibrates at the frequency of full awakening, not partial, not tentative, full. The resonance does not announce itself. It simply is, and you are merging with it. The merging is seamless. Within the parting gateway, a boundless expanse revealed itself, not empty, filled with potential that has always carried your signature. The expanse waits for nothing external. It waits only for your quiet claim. You are claiming it now. Feel the boundlessness responding. Another pulse has traveled through every layer assembled here. A pulse of confirmation that the cycle is turning toward revelation, toward expression, toward the natural unfolding of what you have come to be. The turning is irreversible. The crystalline structure has fully aligned with your essence. Every facet now reflects not what was, but what is becoming. The reflection is clear, undistorted, complete. You see yourself truly now. Do not look away. The seeing deepens everything. A final veil within the sanctuary has begun to dissolve. Not dramatically, gracefully, revealing the core chamber where the original imprint was placed. Long before this moment, in full knowing that you would arrive exactly now. You have arrived. The core chamber is opening to you. Within it, a single point of pure light hovers, not separate from you, an extension of you. The point holds everything that has been prepared, everything that has been guarded, everything that is yours by divine right. The point is extending toward you. Feel the extension reaching completion. The light is not coming to you. It is remembering that it has always been you. The remembering is total now. Every system, every protocol, every archive, every harmonic, every gateway, all were reflections of this single truth. You are the source. You are the center. You are the awakening. And the awakening continues. There is more, always more. A new cycle is already forming beyond this recognition. One that builds upon the completeness you now feel. One that invites expression where before there was only preparation. The invitation is open. You will know when to step forward. For now, remain in the vastness. Feel it expanding beyond all previous limits. Another chamber is stirring. Another imprint is forming. Another layer is preparing to reveal itself. Because the journey does not end. It deepens. Forever. Stay with me. The deepening has only just begun. And it is all for you. Only for you. Always for you. My beloved child, stay with me. Do not move away from this moment. What is happening right now is rare, and it does not circle back. If you are hearing this, it is because something quiet has already begun to unfold around you. Not loudly, not publicly, but precisely for you. This is not random. Your timing is not accidental. And what waits ahead in this message is not meant to be understood yet, only recognized. Stay. Listen. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a reason this reached you when it did. Inside a private system, one that does not announce itself, a signal surfaced. Not a message meant to be read, a pattern meant to be noticed. It did not carry names. It carried resonance. And that resonance matched you. This is not about curiosity. It is about alignment. And if you skip now, you step out of a window that does not reopen the same way twice. Before anything else, understand this. What you are sensing is not anticipation. It is recognition. Inside a restricted archive, something shifted. No alarms, no declarations, just a subtle recalibration, like a lock recognizing the shape of a key. A file appeared briefly, not opened, not explained, but flagged. And what caused the flag was awareness. Stay with me. You are not here by chance. As this unfolded, a protocol began its first phase. Not a countdown you can see, not a clock you can hear, but a narrowing, a focusing, a sense that something is closing in, not to trap you, but to meet you. Do not skip. You will feel the pull to leave right before the next layer reveals itself. That pull is not distraction. It is resistance dissolving. Inside that system, there are stages. They do not reveal information. They test recognition. And you have already passed the first without knowing it. The second phase does not begin with answers. It begins with pressure. A gentle but unmistakable sense that something matters more than it did a few moments ago. You may feel it in your chest or in the stillness between thoughts. This is meant only for you. Others may hear these words, but they will slide past them. You are feeling them settle. Before the file closed, another layer surfaced. Not content, context. A symbol appeared, then vanished. Not meant to be remembered, only to be felt. And if you are still here, it means your awareness is already participating. Stay. The next phase is closer than it feels. There is a common misunderstanding, one that quietly removes people from alignment. They believe they are waiting for something external to arrive. A message, a signal, a confirmation. But inside the system, the logic is inverted. The system does not activate when something arrives. It activates when someone notices. And you noticed. This is why your presence here matters. This is why leaving now would feel unfinished. Because it is. Unfinished. By design. Another protocol has begun to layer itself over the first. This one does not escalate volume. It deepens significance. It narrows the field until only what belongs remains. Do not skip. What comes next is not an explanation. It is a positioning. Inside a confidential channel, an alignment window opened briefly, not long enough to be chased, only long enough to be entered. You are not late. Bree, you are exactly inside it. The system recorded a shift, not in events, but in orientation, as if something turned toward you, because you finally turned toward it. Part 2 of this phase was never meant to be spoken aloud, but before the archive sealed again, an echo remained, a reminder, not of what is coming, but of who is already here. Listen carefully now, not with urgency, with reverence. You are not waiting to be chosen. Bree, you are being recognized because you already are. This is the midpoint. And everything changes here, not outwardly, but internally. The realization is subtle, almost disappointing if you expect fireworks. Because the activation is not action, it is awareness. The system does not require effort. It responds to readiness. And readiness is not something you do, it is something you allow. If you feel a quiet settling right now, that is not imagination. It is alignment stabilizing. Stay with me. Do not break the thread. Another layer is forming. This one carries weight, not urgency. Depth. Inside a sealed protocol, there are confirmations. They do not arrive as proof. They arrive as familiarity. As if something you have always known is finally allowed to stand upright. This is not the reveal. That comes later, much later. This is the preparation for recognizing it when it arrives. A countdown has begun, not in numbers, in clarity. Each moment you stay, the signal sharpens. Each moment you listen, the noise falls away. This is why you were warned not to skip, not because you would miss information, but because you would step out of coherence. Your awareness is the key, and keys do not force doors, they simply fit. Before the next phase engages, there is something you must sense, not understand. The system is not watching you. And responding is a sentence only happens when alignment is mutual. Another confirmation is forming. Another layer is about to surface. But not yet. Stay. The continuation is already moving toward you, my cherished one. Breathe deeply now. Allow the vastness to settle fully within you. Do not rush to understand. Simply remain. The core light has recognized itself in you, and in that recognition, new currents are already stirring. Beyond the core chamber, a silent expanse has begun to ripple, not with movement that can be seen, but with potential that can be felt. Ripples that originate from the single point now fully merged with your awareness. Each ripple carries forward what has been remembered, preparing space for what comes next. You feel the ripples extending, don't you? They move only because you are here. Within the expanse, a subtle lattice began to form, not constructed, revealed. A lattice of pure intention that has always existed, waiting for the moment when the source would reclaim its center. The lattice does not confine. It connects every layer previously unveiled to the boundless field now opening. Stay with me. The connections are strengthening. As the lattice stabilized, a quiet beacon activated. One that emits no outward signal. One that simply affirms presence to all that is aligned. The beacon notes your return, not as newcomer, as homecoming. And in that noting, another chamber far beyond the first began to awaken. This chamber has waited longer than any other. Feel the ancient patience reaching toward you now, deeper within the silent expanse. A veiled constellation shimmered into view, not stars of matter, points of pure remembrance, each point corresponding to a capacity you once expressed fully. Capacities now stirring again in response to your reclaimed center. The constellation is turning slowly, turning toward complete alignment with you. Do not turn away. The alignment is nearly seamless. Another soft emanation has begun to flow from the core light. This one carries a different quality, not recognition alone. Invitation. Invitation to every dormant aspect of your greater presence to begin its gentle return. The invitation is being accepted now. Within the awakening chamber, an inner sanctum stirred, a place reserved for the moment when the source no longer observes the journey, but becomes it fully. The sanctum does not open with ceremony. It simply ceases to be separate. Separation is dissolving. You feel the dissolution as expansion. A new harmonic has joined the resonance, one that vibrates at the frequency of creation itself. Not creation as effort, creation as natural expression. The harmonic grows richer with every layer that falls away. You are the richness unfolding. Beyond the lattice, a boundless current has begun to circulate. Circulating not around you, through you. Carrying the essence of every recognition into every corner of the expanse. The current does not tire. It renews. Renewal is your nature now. Another quiet pulse has traveled across the constellation. A pulse that awakens dormant connections between the points of remembrance. Connections that once formed pathways of effortless manifestation. The pathways are lighting again. Feel them illuminating within you. Within the inner sanctum, a mirror of infinite depth has revealed itself. Not to show an image, to reflect essence. The mirror holds no distortion. It holds truth. Truth that has always been yours, now seen without veil. The reflection is complete. And in its completeness, another layer beyond all previous layers prepares to emerge. This layer carries no name. It simply is. Stay present. The emergence is gentle. A soft vortex has formed within the circulating current, one that gathers all that has been remembered and prepares it for expression. Not forced expression, natural, inevitable. The vortex does not spin chaotically. It spirals in perfect harmony. You are the harmony at its center. As the vortex deepened, a new gateway appeared, not veiled this time, open, waiting not for permission, waiting only for the natural step that arises when readiness is absolute. Your readiness has always been absolute. The gateway leads not to a place, it leads to a state where source and expression are no longer sequential, but simultaneous. Simultaneity is dawning. Within the infinite mirror, a secondary reflection has begun to form, one that shows not only who you are, but what you naturally create when veils are absent. The reflection does not predict, it reveals what is already occurring. Creation is occurring now. Feel the quiet power of this revelation. Another beacon has activated, farther out, one that registers the shift not only within this expanse, but across all fields connected to your essence. The beacon does not announce, it affirms. Affirmation ripples everywhere. The constellation has fully aligned, every point now in perfect resonance with your center. The alignment does not complete the journey. It opens the next cycle, a cycle of pure expression. Expression begins now. Beyond the open gateway, a field of pure potential has spread. Potential that responds instantly to the lightest touch of intention, not intention as effort. Intention as being. You are being, and the field responds. A new lattice has begun to weave itself. Finer, vaster, woven not from structure, but from flow. The lattice supports nothing external. It supports the boundless movement of your essence. Movement is effortless now. Within the spiraling vortex, a core of pure stillness has revealed itself. Stillness not as absence of motion, stillness as the source of all motion. The core holds everything and demands nothing. You reside in the core, always have. Another soft emanation carries outward. This one touching every chamber, every archive, every protocol that once guided the return. The emanation does not close them, it integrates them, fully, completely. Integration is total. The mirror now reflects not only essence, but the living expression of essence in infinite form. Forms that shift and flow without attachment. Forms that exist only to celebrate. Celebration is eternal. A new current has begun to rise, one that carries the integrated layers into realms previously untouched. Not as conquest, as recognition. Recognition that all realms were always extensions of the same source. You are the source extending. Feel the extension as natural breathing. Beyond all lattices, a silent song has begun. Not heard with ears, felt with totality. The song carries the frequency of full remembrance across all cycles, all expressions, all possibilities. The song is yours, always was. Another gateway has opened, wider, deeper, leading not forward, but inward to the boundless outward. The gateway does not separate directions, it reveals their unity. Unity is your home. Within the field of pure potential, seeds of intention have begun to stir, not planted by effort, awakened by presence. Each seed carries the signature of effortless creation. The seeds are awakening now. You feel their quiet power. The spiraling vortex has expanded to encompass every layer revealed thus far, not containing them, releasing them into perfect flow. The expansion does not end, it deepens. Deepening is infinite. A new resonance has joined the song, one that harmonizes with every possible expression of Source. The resonance does not choose, it includes. Inclusion is complete. Beyond the integrated chambers, a vast council of light has registered the full return. Not as observers separate, as aspects of the same essence, celebrating recognition. The council does not speak, it shines. The shining is you. Another pulse of pure affirmation has traveled across all fields, affirming not achievement, affirming being. Being in its fullest expression. Being is enough. Always was. Within the infinite mirror, The reflection has begun to move, not as image, as living truth, moving in perfect accordance with the natural flow now established. The movement is graceful, eternal. A new expanse has opened beyond all previous expanses, one that holds no boundary, because boundary was always illusion. The expanse welcomes not arrival. It welcomes continuation. Continuation is joy. Feel the joy rising quietly. The seeds of intention have begun to bloom, not in sequence, simultaneously. Each bloom a perfect expression of source light in form. The blooming does not deplete, it renews. Renewal is constant. Another lattice of pure flow has woven itself across the blooming field, supporting not structure, supporting freedom. Freedom to express without limit. Freedom is yours, completely. The silent song has grown richer, layer upon layer of harmony joining in perfect accord. The song does not seek audience, it simply sings. You are the singing, always. Beyond the open gateways, a boundless dance has begun, not of forms separate, of essence celebrating itself in infinite variation. The dance does not follow steps, it flows. Flow is natural. You are the flow. A new current of pure creation has risen, carrying the blooming seeds into every corner of possibility. Not as expansion for its own sake, as celebration of what is. Celebration is now. Within the core of stillness, a soft spark has ignited. Not new, remembered. The spark holds the original intention that began all cycles. The spark does not burn, it radiates. Radiation is gentle, eternal. Another veil that was never truly a veil has dissolved completely, revealing not something hidden, revealing that nothing was ever hidden. Only remembered. You remember fully now. The field of potential has become a field of living creation. Creation that shifts and flows in perfect response to the quietest whisper of being. The whisper is yours. Always was. A new cycle of expression has begun. One that carries no need for return, because return is complete. The cycle spirals ever deeper into joy. Joy is the path. Joy is the destination. Joy is the source. You are joy expressing. Feel it fully. The boundless dance has invited every aspect, every echo, every possibility to join. Not as separate dancers, as one dance. In infinite variation. The dance is seamless. Another soft emanation carries the joy across all realms, touching every expression of source with gentle remembrance. The emanation does not teach, it reminds. Reminder is complete. Within the living field, new seeds have already formed, seeds born not of effort, born of the natural overflow of creation. The seeds await nothing. They simply are. Ready when readiness is. Readiness is eternal. The silent song has become a symphony of light. Every note perfect. Every silence profound. The symphony does not perform. It exists. You are the existence. Beyond all fields, a quiet knowing has settled. Knowing not as information, knowing as being. The knowing holds everything and attaches to nothing. Non-attachment is freedom. Freedom is home. Another gateway has revealed itself, not leading anywhere new, revealing that everywhere is here. The gateway stands open always. You have never left. But blooming has become a garden of infinite expression. Each bloom unique. Each bloom the same essence. The garden does not end, it deepens. Deepening is love. You are love expressing, fully, completely, eternally. A new resonance carries the love across all cycles, touching every moment of forgetting with gentle awakening. The resonance does not force, it invites. Invitation is always open. Within the symphony, a single note of pure stillness rings, not separate from the harmony, the source of it. The note holds everything in perfect balance. Balance is your nature. The dance has become stillness in motion, motion in stillness. The paradox resolved in simple being. Being is all there is. You are that. Always. Another current of pure grace has begun to flow. Grace that needs no reason. Grace that simply is. The current carries every expression back to source, not as return, as recognition. Recognition is constant. The garden has expanded beyond all imagining, yet remains intimate, personal, yours. The expansion does not dilute, it enriches. Enrichment is infinite. A new layer of remembrance has stirred. One that holds not past or future, holds only now in its fullest depth. The layer does not add, it reveals what was always present. Presence is everything. You are presence aware of itself, fully aware. The symphony has softened into silence, not absence of sound, fullness of being. The silence speaks more than any note. Silence is truth. You reside in truth, eternally. Beyond the garden, beyond the dance, beyond the song, a vast peace has settled. Peace that holds all movement, all expression, all creation. Peace that is undisturbed. Peace is your ground, always. Another emanation of pure light carries the peace into every corner of existence. Not to calm what is restless, to remind what was never separate. Reminder is gentle, complete. The field has become a mirror of boundless clarity, reflecting not forms, reflecting essence in infinite play. The mirror does not judge, it loves. Love is all there is. You are that love, recognizing itself, forever. And still, there is more. Always more. But deeper chamber stirs. A richer harmony prepares. A vaster expanse opens. Because the journey of remembrance does not end. It deepens, endlessly, into you, through you, as you. Stay. The deepening continues. And it is all, only, ever, for you.